Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Oaklawn Park here on closing day. It is Saturday, April the 14th, 2018. It's Arkansas Derby Day, and I'm going to look at all the stakes races, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections from race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. I'm going to look at the stakes races 8, 9, 10, 11. I'll throw in a bonus race also for you guys. It's been a long Oaklawn meet. I'm going to look at race number 12 also, which is the Trails End marathon race they always put on for the meet finale. So I'm going to look at that. But let's get on to it. Starting off race number 8 from Oaklawn. It's the 21st running of the Northern Spur. Purse $150,000. It's for 3-year-olds here. Field of 8 horses going the 1,700 meter trip, if you want to go by your meters, or the distance of ground of 1 mile and 1/16 on the Oaklawn main track. This time next year, closing day won't be for another 3 weeks. Closing day next year will be Kentucky Derby day in 2019, which is quite nice. It's a good decision, I think. A lot of the old farts probably don't think so, but I think it's a good idea for Oaklawn to run until early May, because who really wants to run in early January when it's so cold out? I'd rather wait until the good weather comes around and go to the races. They'll be making so much money in next year at this time, in late April and stuff, than they would in January, so watch out. It's a good decision. But back to the regular scheduled race now, the Northern Spur. My top pick in this race, I like the number 5 horse here, the number 5, who is Ike. Gonna go 5168 in the superfecta. 5168 super. Top pick number 5, Ike. 3-year-old colt by Painter, 4-1 here. Bob Baffert trains this one. Flavian Pratt gets on this one. In the last 3 weeks, on a Saturday afternoon, I don't think Flavian Pratt's been in Southern California. This week he's in Arkansas. The week before he was here in New York. I think he might have been in Dubai the week before that. So he's been traveling all across the world, yeah, good for him. But this horse's most recent start, Ike, came here at Oaklawn this 17th of March. 6 furlongs, option 75 claimer. He finished third by 8 lengths that day, and he was just with the stock and the pace setters that day and didn't have a run at the end. It wasn't his day to win, but I think getting 2 turns here today, he should be on the improve. Start for the 11th of February at Santa Anita, 6.5 furlong main special weight for restricted horses. Horse won by a half length that day. Stock that day, a little wide to stretch, but took off clear at the end. Very nice victory for this horse. I think getting the mile should be up this horse's alley. He's been training well. Watch out for this horse to upset at 4-1. You don't say that a lot, but watch out. So to recap my bets for the 8th from Oaklawn, it's the 21st running of the Northern Spur. Gonna go with the 5 horse Ike. Gonna go 5168 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 9, which has always been one of my favorite races. Their 9th race, it's the 45th running of the Count Fleet Handicap. Grade 3, purse $400,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 6 horses going the 1,200 meter trip, or the distance of ground of 6 furlongs on the Oaklawn main track. 1,200 meters, 6 furlongs. Top pick in this race, I like the number 4 horse here. The number 4 horse, Whitmore. Gonna go 4-1-3-5 in the superfecta. 4-1-3-5 super. Top pick number 4, Whitmore. 5-year-old gelding by Pleasantly Perfect. When I think Pleasantly Perfect, I really don't think 6 furlongs. I think 10 furlongs. But this horse has been proven at 6 furlongs here. Ricardo Santana Jr. is on Whitmore. Ron Marquette trains one. His most recent outing came out on 10th of March at Oaklawn. 6 furlongs in the Hot Springs. First off the layoff, he won by a neck. He stalked early, got the lead, and took off nicely at the end. A very nice victory for this horse. Before that, the 4th of November at Del Mar, 6 furlongs in the Grade 1 Breeze Cup Sprint. He finished 8th by 12.5 lengths that day and was just really never there. Had a horrible trip. It just wasn't his day to win. And then the Breeders' Cup Sprint in the Phoenix at Keelan, 6 furlongs, October the 6th. Horse won by a nose that day. He stalked early from a little bit of a wide post draw, or a lot of bit of a wide post draw. Didn't have the best trips early on, but he got the victory at the end. A nice, at the end, decent victory. And then before that, in the DeFrancis Dash at Laurel in mid-September, 6 furlongs, he finished third by 1/3 lengths. Field of 4 horses. He was closing a little bit, but it wasn't his day to win. He likes this course. He's 8-5 over it. He should run a big one here today, so watch out. So to recap my bets for today's 9th race from Oaklawn, it's the 45th running of the Grade 3 Count Fleet Handicap. Gonna go with the 4 horse Whitmore. Gonna go 4-1-3-5 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 10 from Oaklawn. The 10th race, it's the 72nd running of the Oaklawn Handicap Grade 2 Purse. $750,000. It's for 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 11 horses going the distance of ground of 1,800 meters or 1 mile and 1/8 on the Oaklawn main track. 1,800 meters, a mile and 1/8. This race is a perfect prep race, I think, for a race that's been going a little downhill as of late. The Pimlico Special, which is run on the day before the Preakness, that's 5 weeks away, so maybe you'll see some horses coming out of this race to maybe go to the Pimlico Special. I know it's a random race, but, hopefully I would love that race to be back to its height and glory, but they'll need a lot of help, but hopefully horses will go to this race. From this race to the Pimlico Special. Why, out of all races, Pimlico Special, by the way, I've been watching a lot of replays from Pimlico lately, and a lot of good horses have run in that race. But back to this race, off subject. Sorry, I do that when I'm so tired. My top pick in this race, I like the number 5 horse here. The number 5, hopefully I say this right, Hawakum. Probably saying it wrong, but pardon me. I'm going to go 5-4-7-10 in the superfecta. 5-4-7-10 super. Top pick number 5, Hawakum. Like I said, I'm probably not saying that right, but pardon that. I can't speak when I'm tired. 8-year-old gelding by Jazzle. Wesley Hawley trains this one. Corey Lannery gets the leg up. This horse's most recent outing came on the 19th of February at Oaklawn. Muddy going, mile 16th in a Razorback handicap. This horse won by 1 3/4 lengths that day and didn't have the best of breaks early on, but had a great turn of foot at the end, and he got there. Before that, Louisiana Fairgrounds, mile 16, January 13th. This horse finished third by 2.5 lengths. Inside post draw, really just never got there. It wasn't his day to win. And then before that, in the Greenwood Cup at Parks, mile and a half, September the 4th, horse finished 5th by 16 1/4 lengths. A mile and a half might have been too long for this horse. He really just never showed up. His wheels were spinning at the end, but I like him in this spot. He's the perfect mile and 1/8 horse. He's the best post draw of any of the, I think, of any of the horses in this race. I think 5, going a mile and 1/8 here at Oaklawn has always been a good post draw because you're not so far to the inside where you're going to have a wall of horses at the first turn, and you're not so towards the outside where you're never going to stay ground. With his running style, like this post draw, where he can sit a little bit stalking the pace setters. He before the Razorback last time out, he hasn't won. You have to go for his last one before that, the January of 2017 in Louisiana Stakes. Then he won that race by 3/4 length with a great turn of foot. But after that, he was running some tougher races, and he held his own some over in the midsummer. He really just couldn't do anything, but I like him a lot in this race at 10-1. Watch out for him to run a big one. So to recap my bets for today's 10th race from Oaklawn, it's the 72nd running of the Oaklawn handicap. Gonna go with the 5 horse. Gonna go 5-4-7-10 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 11. The 11th race, it's the meet highlight, and it's the feature race of the day, of course. The 11th race, it's the 82nd running of the Arkansas Derby. Grade 1 purse, $1 million. It's for 3-year-olds here. Field of 9 horses going the 1,800-meter trip, or 1 mile and 1/8 on the Oaklawn main track. 1,800 meters, 1 mile and 1/8. Mile furlong, 9 furlongs, whatever the hell you want to call it. My top pick in this race, I like the number 5 horse here. The number 5, who is Solomini. I'm going to go 5-8-6-1 in the superfecta. 5-8-6-1 super. Top pick number 5, Solomini. 3-year-old colt by Curlin. 2-1. Flavian Pratt gets on this one. This horse's most recent outing came on the 17th of March here at Oaklawn. Mile 16th in the Rebel. The horse's first start off a layoff. He finished second by 3.5 lengths that day. He was just stalking this pace that day and really never had a run. He finished second because there were quite a few tiring horses, but he needed that race. I think second off the layoff here, he should be running a lot better. Start before at Los Al, mile 16th in Grade 1 Los Al Futurity. Horse won by 3/4 length, but because he came out a little bit at the 16th pole and interfered with Mackenzie, he was disqualified to second. He ran well other than that final 16th of a mile. He ran good for the first mile, let's say that. But before that, Del Mar, mile 16th, the British Cup Juvenile, he had a very good second place finish by 4.5 lengths. He just missed at the end. Good magic it got to this horse, but he was definitely second best in that race. I think the distance is up this horse's alley. Curlin did well here at Oaklawn, so who stars this horse. So watch out for this horse to run a big one. So to recap my bets here in the 11th race from Oaklawn, it's featured 82nd run, Grade 1 Arkansas Derby. Gonna go with the 5-horse Solomini. Gonna go 5-8-6-1 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 12 from Oaklawn. The 12th race, it's the finale of the year from Oaklawn. It's the starter allowance race, purse $55,000. It's for 4-year-olds and upwards. Never start for a claim price of $8,000 or less in 2018. Field of 10 horses, including a part of an entry going the distance of ground here of 1.75 miles on the Oaklawn main track. 1.75 miles, so it's almost somewhat 2 laps, almost, about whatever. Too tired to figure out what it actually is. But my top pick in this race, I like here the number 4 horse, Dinah Beaver. I'm gonna play a multi-race. I'm gonna do actually not a multi-race wager, but what do you call it? An exacta. I'm gonna actually do an exacta key somewhat. I'm going to key the 4-horse Dinah Beaver on top, and then I'm going to use the 3 and 1 for second. So 4 with the 3-1 for $2 going to cost you $4, whatever. But my top pick, number 4, Dinah Beaver, 12-1, 6-year-old horse by Grindstone. Thomas Pompel is on this one. This horse's most recent outing came out on the 10th of March here at Oaklawn. 1 3/16 in the start allowance race for $8,000. This horse finished ninth by 12 3/4 lengths. He should have improved, but he never really got there. Tired out of it. It wasn't his day to win. He should have did a lot better. He did have a wide poster, so maybe that was the excuse, but he should have did a lot better than he raced that day. Before that 23rd of February at Oaklawn, 1 3/16 on the slop and a start allowance race 8,000. Source finished third by 2 lengths and sat third most of the race. He had a little bit, he ran well. Wasn't a bad outing. And then at claiming 6,250 at Oaklawn, a mile and the 8th on the slop, February 10th. Horse won by 4 3/4 lengths. Had a great turn of foot at the end, and he won for fun. A very nice race for this horse. He should definitely get the distance of ground here today, and with a good poster, a 12-1, I like him a lot, so watch out. So to recap my bets for today's 12th race from Oaklawn, I'm going to go with the 4-horse Dinah Beaver. I'm going to do exacta here, 4 with the 3-1, 4 with the 3-1. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.